Image compression. So what is image compression and what is the requirement of image compression? To understand this, let us start off from a point where we are trying to acquire a digital image. Acquire a image, to acquire a digital image, we take help of some image acquisition system, some digital image acquisition system. So what a digital image acquisition system do? It senses the intensities in the scene to be imaged. It samples those intensities, it quantizes those intensities, and then it encodes to give a digital representation of the scene being imaged. So the output of a image acquisition system, the output of a digital image acquisition system is in terms of binary digits, which we call also as bits. And so also the amount of data involved to represent a digital image is also measured in terms of bits, number of bits. So once we have the digital representation of image, which we are calling a digital image, so any digital image has a certain amount of data involved in it in terms of the number of bits. So here is the place where we can introduce the concept of image compression. So what is image compression then? Image compression techniques are such techniques which are used to reduce the amount of data required to represent an image. Once we have acquired a digital image, the digital image data can either be stored in some digital storage device for future use, or it can be transmitted through some transmission channel using some digital image communication technique. In each of the cases, image compression becomes very much beneficial to us. So let us first take the example where we are trying to store the digital image data in some digital storage device. So what we have is a 2-hour standard definition movie, and that movie is a 720 cross 480 pixels, and it is a full color image, and every pixel is represented by 8 bits for red channel, 8 bits for green channel, and 8 bits for blue channel. So each pixel is represented by 24 bits. So for a 720 cross 480 image, the entire image will comprise of 720 multiplied by 480 multiplied by 24 number of bits. And since it is a movie, and movie is nothing but still images one after another, so every still image is called as a frame. When we talk of videos, we call each still image as a frame, and the sequence of these frames gives us a perception of a moving picture or a movie. So this movie comprises of frames, a sequence of frames coming at 30 frames per second speed. So in this case, we should be interested in knowing what is the data rate that is being produced by this movie. So what is data rate? What is the amount of data that is being produced per second? That is the data rate of this movie. So to find out the data rate of this standard definition movie, which is of 720 cross 480 cross 24 bits for single frame, and the frame rate is 30 frames per second. So how we can calculate the data rate? 30 frames per second, then how many pixels are there in each frame? So how many pixels are there? 720 cross 480 pixels are there in each frame, multiplied by how many bytes are required to represent a single pixel. So in this calculation, you see the frames cancel, pixels cancels, and what remains is bytes per second. So 1 byte is 8 bits, so byte is also a unit of amount of data. So this whole calculation gives us these many bytes per second. So this standard definition movie produces these many bytes of data per second. So if this data rate continues for 2 hours, then how much amount of data will be produced? So that we can calculate it as how many bytes are produced per second and how many seconds are there in 1 hour. So how many seconds are there? 60 square number of seconds in each hour. So 3600 seconds per hour, and that multiplied by for how many hours the video is going to continue. So it is for 2 hours. So in this whole calculation, the hour get cancelled, seconds get cancelled, and what remains is this much multiplied by 60 square multiplied by 2 bytes. So which comes out as 2.24 multiplied by 10 to the power 11 number of bytes. So this much amount of data will be produced by the video if the video continues for 2 hours. And we know that 1 gigabyte is equals to the power 30 bytes. So by that notion, this much amount of data can be represented in terms of gigabyte as 208 gigabytes. So if this much amount of data, 208 GB, here when we write GB, it should be capital G capital B, because here B is representing bytes. Whenever B has to represent bits, we should use small b. Whenever B has to represent bytes, we should be using capital B in the short form. So it is capital G capital B if we are representing it in terms of gigabytes, and we have to use a shorthand note, and you should be writing 208 G capital B. So anyway, we have 208 GB of gigabytes of data that is going to be produced if this frame size in which each pixel gets represented by 24 bits, and the movie is going at a rate of 30 frames per second, then it will produce the entire movie, if continues for 2 hours, will produce 208 gigabytes of data. If you intend to store such amount of data, you will require 24 number of DVDs, each DVD being able to store 8.5 GB of data. So you will require 24 number of 8.5 GB DVDs. So this is a large number of DVDs to store just a single video which is of 2 hours, and that is not what we usually how we handle videos. So we often use videos which are of very small data size for a similar duration, and that too if the video quality is of standard definition. So how we achieve that? That thing is achieved by using this image compression, because by definition we already know that image compression is a technique which reduces the amount of data required to represent an image. So if compression factor of 24.5 can be achieved, then the entire this amount of data can be stored in a single DVD. So if we can achieve a compression, we can have some compression technique which will give us a compression factor of 24.5, then we can store the same information which this much amount of data was conveying. The same information can be stored in only one DVD, that is in only 8.5 GB of storage space. So if we have a suitable image compression technique which can achieve a compression factor of 24.5, then it will definitely be able to reduce the data size from 208 GB to only 8.5 GB. So in that case, the same movie, the 2-hour movie, can be stored in one DVD, because now it is being represented by only 8.5 GB of data. So it can be accommodated only in a single DVD. Now let us take a case where we are trying to transmit a digital image which is of size 128 cross 128 and which is a full color image. That means each pixel getting represented by 24 bits, 8 bit for each of the R, G and P channels. So each pixel intensity gets represented by 24 bits, and since it is a 128 cross 128 image, the total number of data required to represent the image is 128 cross 128 cross 24. 128 multiplied by 128 multiplied by 24 bits of data are required to represent the color image. So now if we have two types of internet connections that are ever possible for a certain area, let's say one case we have a normal conventional phone line by which we can provide internet connection with 56 kbps data rate. So this is 56 kilobits per second. So we have two types of internet connection, one supporting a data rate of 56 kbps, another supporting a data rate of 12 mbps. So transmission time for the same the same image which we have mentioned here, then the transmission time in both of the cases can be calculated as the number of bits for the image divided by the data rate. That will give you the transmission time. So for the 56 kbps internet connection, it will take a transmission time of 6.86 seconds, whereas for our internet connection which supports 12 mbps data rate, the broadband connection, it will require a transmission time of 0.03 seconds. So one may ask that what is the role of compression? What is the role of image compression? What is the benefit of image compression that we can grab here? So compression can reduce the transmission time. Compression, as we have defined earlier, what is compression? It is the technique it is used to reduce the amount of data required to represent the digital image. So if we can reduce the amount of data to represent the same image, the information in this image, if we can represent it with a lesser number of bits, then definitely transmission time in both of the cases will be reduced accordingly. So somehow if we can reduce the number of bits to represent the digital image, if this figure gets lower, then definitely for the 56 kbps speed data rate, 56 kbps data rate, transmission time will be still lesser than 6.86 seconds. And for the 12 mbps case also, if the amount of data gets reduced by image compression, the transmission time is going to be reduced for the 12 mbps data rate still lesser than 0.03 seconds. So compression can reduce the transmission time, and this is very much intended in communication. So image compression has got applications in televideo conferencing, remote sensing, document and medical imaging, and many other diverse applications where storage or transmission of digital image is required.